Hello and welcome to GDSS Make and Break. We're going to have a look at a multisensory approach for spelling. It's adapted from work by Neil Mackay. Very worthwhile to have a look at some of his texts for practical approaches on supporting learners with dyslexia. This activity is suitable for learners who have a reasonable knowledge of sound letter links, are able to write their letters, and have an understanding of blending and of syllables. For the activity, you need some pens or pencils, some bits of paper, and scissors come in handy, but they're not absolutely needed. If you would like some reinforcement of sound letter links, blending or syllables, please have a browse through other sections of our website and hopefully you'll find something useful. Our first step is to take a sheet of paper and fold it up to create lots of smaller sections. You can make these as big or as small as you need. Now we unfold the paper and tear or cut, if you have scissors, the sections up to make lots of smaller pieces of paper, which I'm going to refer to from now on as tiles, and we're going to write our letters onto these letter tiles. So, to start with spelling. Firstly, you need a target word. You can see it here written on the purple sheet. And then you encourage your learner to start writing a letter on each individual letter tile, copying from the target word. And you can see here the first 3 letters are written on 3 separate tiles. And here the learner has created the whole word, 1 letter per tile. You encourage them to read across the word. Then you start talking about how many syllables they can hear in the word. Fantastic. Fan, tas, tick. 3 syllables. This stage is the make. We have made the word. The next stage, as you can see here, is the break. We have broken the word into its 3 component syllables. Fan, tas, tick. Encourage the learner to have a really good look at the word, the whole word on the target sheet and the component syllables. Take a picture of it, keep it in your memory. Think about the sounds, hold the sounds in your memory. Ask the learner to muddle all the letters up, completely random. So, having totally broken the word apart, can you remember? What were the chunks? What were the syllables? Think about it. Encourage the learner to start laying the letters back out in the syllables as they remember them. Fan, tas, tick. At this point, you could share with the learners the fact that every syllable spells itself. So as we work through each syllable, sounding our way through, we can determine what sequence the letters need to be in. Next, we ask the learner to make the word again. So they push the syllables together and you encourage them to blend their way through the whole word. Fantastic. Finally, you could ask the learner to write the word out on a sheet of paper. This would really embed it in their memory. This is a strategy to help learners understand that words often consist of several component syllables. By splitting the word up into its syllables, we can have a better attempt at spelling. It's not foolproof because spelling in our language can be incredibly complex. But this will give learners more confidence to tackle new and difficult words, to expand their vocabulary, and ultimately, if they were using a word processing package, they would probably be able to get reasonably close to most words for a spell checker to give them the ultimate correction. So, to recap, we make a word, we break the word into its syllables, we muddle all the letters up, then we reform the syllables, and finally remake the word. We hope that you found the clip useful and that you're able to give it a try. It's not something you would use routinely, particularly not in a classroom, to spell every single word that you might encounter that's a bit tricky. But it's worth using it now and then just to encourage those skills in breaking words down into their syllables.